First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Sara Alvaro. You can call me Sara, it's fine, I know you can roll your R's. And I'm from a small and nasty town 30 kilometers away from Madrid, in the southeast of that community. It is called Valdemoro. You won't remember that word, I know. But my host mom calls it Voldemort. Spain is separated into 17 autonomous communities and 2 autonomous cities. The autonomous cities are located in the north of Africa, but they are property of Spain. In some of those regions, Catalonia, Valencia, Basque Country, and Galicia, people speak other languages besides Spanish: Catalan, Valencian, Basque, and Galician. But now let's talk about Madrid, its places, and its food. This is the shape of the community, kind of a triangle, and this small piece marked with a blue star is my town, and the black star points at the city of Madrid. Madrid has 6.6 million residents, but I don't want to bore you with numbers. Now, let's see some cool and interesting places to go if you're in Madrid. 1. El Retiro, or Retiro. Retiro is a public and historic garden which is considered one of the most visited tourist attractions. In this picture, you can see the lake, in which you can rent a boat for 4 people and sail in the lake for 45 minutes. This park also has several monuments distributed all around the park. The best part of this is that the entrance is completely free. You just have to pay for the boats if you want to sail in the lake. 2. Walk of Art. The Walk of Art is a huge street where you can find some of the most important museums in Madrid: Prado Museum, Queen Sofia Museum, and Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, most commonly known as Thyssen Museum. In this museum you can find paintings, sculptures, and other masterpieces from several European artists. If you're really interested in museums, there are some season tickets you can buy to get discounts and free entrances in these museums in Madrid. There are other museums situated in that area, such as the Archaeological Museum or the Naval Museum. 3. El Rastro, or as you would say, the Rastro. Rastro is a huge street market where you can buy lots of cheap things of all kinds, from antique to daily things. The worst part of this street market is that it's only open on Sunday mornings. If you go there, you have to be very careful with pickpockets. 4. Puerta del Sol, Sun Gate in English. The Sun Gate is a square with lots of symbolic and important monuments. Some of those are Kilometer Zero, which is the beginning of all the radial roads in Spain, the Bear on the Alvarez, which is the symbol of Madrid and it's in Spain's coat of arms, and the Clock of the Tower, which is a place where on New Year's Eve all the Spanish people hear the strokes. I'll talk about it later. 5. Plaza Mayor, which can be translated as Greatest Square or Major Square. This place is around 1,000 feet away from the Sun Gate. In the middle, it has the Philip III statue, who was an important king of Spain. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you Spanish history class. It's surrounded by several arcs, and each of those arcs has its own meaning, but as I said before, I'm not gonna give you Spanish history class. When you go there, the typical thing to eat are squid and a piece of hard bread. And you might think this is pretty disgusting, but actually it isn't. After this kind of fast sightseeing around Madrid, let's talk about some typical food from my country. And no, we don't eat tacos in Spain. In the north of the country you can find pinchos, which are basically a small amount of some type of tapa in a piece of bread. But what's tapa? A tapa is a small appetizer that is served free in Spanish bars when you order a beverage. A tapa can be made of all kinds of things: meat, fish, vegetables, even cheese. But it has to be something simple and small. Some other typical dishes from Spain are paella from Valencia, pan tumaca, bread with tomato and a piece of serrano ham on top of it from Catalonia, patatas bravas, which can be translated as angry potatoes. They're fried potatoes with a spicy sauce from Madrid, and lots of others. But what I really want to talk about are both of the dishes I brought for you to try: tortilla and gazpacho. Tortilla is the most typical food from Spain. It is made of potatoes, onions, eggs, olive oil, and salt. The only thing you have to do is cut the potatoes and onions really small and fry them. After that, you mix them with the eggs and put it back in a frying pan until done. Gazpacho is a cold tomato soup. The original recipe has tomatoes, cucumber, green and red bell pepper, onion, bread, water, garlic if you like it, olive oil, salt, and vinegar. But in my house we do it without onion and bread. And this is a vegan recipe. Gazpacho is typically from Andalusia, but as lots of other recipes, people all around the country eat it, mostly during the summer. It can be eaten with hard-boiled eggs or cucumber or serrano ham or croutons in small pieces mixed with the soup. Now let's talk about how schools are in Spain. This is the school I used to attend. Its name is Valle del Miro School, and it was a private school, so yeah, I had to wear uniform. The daily clothes were a burgundy polo shirt and socks, light brown skirt or pants, and dark brown shoes. The sport uniform was a white t-shirt, black pants, and white sneakers. Schools in Spain are really different from schools in the US. In Spain, students have one class and the teacher has to move all around the school. We are in almost all the classes with the same people, so by the end of the year, we'll have a good relationship. In each grade, there are around 100 students. We don't have lockers, or after-school class, or sport teams with the cheerleader. I'm going to tell you how my life was. Classes started at 9 a.m., so I have to wake up at 8 a.m. My dad used to drive me and my sister to school. When we get there, we went to our classes and meet our mates. At 9 a.m., the teacher got into class and started teaching. The classes lasted between 45 and an hour. After 3 classes, we had a 30-minute break in the playground. In that break, we could have a snack, talk to our friends from other classes, or even study. After the break, we had 3 more classes, and then at 2 p.m. we have another break to have lunch. Classes restarted at 3:30 p.m. until 5 p.m. I know, such a long day. And here there are some curiosities about Spain. 1. Remember when we talked about the rastro? Well, rastro means track, and this street market is called that way because it's located really close to a slaughterhouse. And when they used to carry the dead pigs from the farms to the tanneries, the pig would leave a track of blood all around these streets. This, of course, was in the 14th century, not now. 2. As I promised before, I'm gonna talk about the clock of the tower. Every Christmas Eve in Spain, the king has an interview in which he says how good is Spain and how much are we progressing as a country? On New Year's Eve, in the clock of the tower, the 12 last seconds of the year, a big ball falls making 12 strokes. That is shown in real time in all TV channels and everybody watches it, while the huge ball falls with 12 grapes. 3. In Spain, when a man and a woman get married, the woman maintains her last name. And the kids have two last names. The first last name is the dad's first last name, and the second last name is the mom's first last name. 4. Another really typical thing from Spain is something called siesta. The siesta is basically a huge nap Spanish people take between 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.-ish. The siesta is like a religion in the south of the country. 5. Soccer. Soccer is the most popular sport in Spain, and like siesta, is almost a religion. We have really big soccer stadiums in Madrid and in Barcelona. I hope you learned some new things about my country and my culture, and you enjoyed this video as much as I'm enjoying my time in the US. Thank you for your time.